Alright, let's make this bread. Top of the morning, Raiders. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We'll see if we get any whammies today. So, Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Health. Oh, damn it. Crit rate, that is nice. Sorry, boss. Ooh. Golden Shard, I'll take that. Alright, so we've got 5 days left on... Let's see what we're doing on the Hydra. Okay, guys. Crushing it. Like to see that. Hard's looking good. Majesty came through and doing that hard work. So well done. And in Brutal, not a lot has changed from the first two, but still impressive work, my guys and gals. Alright, so what do we got? Targeted Champion, Stoutus Dragonbane. He is a defensive champion, so let's see what he's got. All battles 30%, not 33, but not bad either. Untarnished, whenever an enemy attempts to place a weaken debuff, a decreased defense, or a poison, it reflects this, and then damage increases by 5% for each debuff on the target. So it's passive, it's pretty cool. Dragonheart, based on defense, 5 turns down to 4 when booked. Places a 60% increased defense on this champ for 3 turns, then attacks all enemies. Good, so he's basically buffing himself for the whack. 75%, bookable to 100, placing a 25% decrease crit damage. And if their attack is higher than their defense, and then decrease speed if their attack is lower to or equal in their defense. So that's swanky. 4 down to 3. Attacks all enemies twice. Each has a 65% chance of bookable, placing a stun debuff. And then Axe of Glory attacks one enemy twice. If the target's under any debuff, each hit decreases the turn meter by 10% to 20. So accuracy defense champ doesn't suck. So you get 150 shards guaranteed. Targeted champion. Who's the targeted champion? Okay, so it looks like this is going to be for the new Sylvan race that's out. So your targeted champs are going to be these guys here. So Elva Autumnborn, let's see here. We'll actually start with Alil. So this guy's Void, so you don't get the double benefit, but if you want to get a Sylvan Watcher, increases crit rate, increases the champion's hit points 2,000 and defense 100 for every 1,000 attack they have. So build them up with attack, makes them a little beefier, fills his champion's turn meter 10% whenever they receive a buff. And then attacks all enemies, bookable down to 3. Before attacking, removes any increased defense debuff on each target and replaces with a decreased defense. That's pretty savage. Removes any strengthened and places weakened, so basically strips of a lot of the ability to, like, take a hit and then delivers the goodness. Places a block debuff, block buffs debuff on enemies not under increased defense or strengthen before attacking, so that's pretty much, once he strips it, he will place a block debuff on them. And then that's 3 turns bookable down. From 4, buff removal and debuff placement cannot be resisted. So you don't have to worry about putting accuracy on this guy for that to make sense. Like, ugh. Pierce the Carapace, attack down for 3 turns from 4. Attacks one enemy will ignore. Strengthen Stone Skin, which is pretty clutch right now in the environment. Increased defense and ally protection. If this attack kills an enemy, fully heals this champ and places Stone Skin on him. Attacks one enemy, steals all buffs from the target the first time this champion hits them with the skill. This effect cannot be resisted. Each subsequent time this attack hits, no buffs will be stolen. Instead, the damage will be increased by 10% for each buff on the target. So this dude brings the punishment. Pretty wild stuff. Going to Elva Autumnborn. Increases ally speed 19%. not bad, about average. Passive heals each ally 10% of their max HP at the start of turn. Places a perfect veil on the ally with the lowest hit points, so that's pretty nice. Down to 3 turns from 5, revives an ally with 40% hit points, 50% turn meter, but increases their attack and defense on that ally for 2 turns. So a little bit different than what we've seen. Only gives 40% hit points initially, but again, makes them a little more viable in the fight, not just bringing them back to get smacked back down. 5 turns, bookable down to 3, 75% chance, bookable up to 100 of removing all debuffs from allies, places a block debuffs and increased speed, so that's pretty good. And then Scepter of Thriving attacks one enemy, places a 15% continuous heal for 2 turns, ally with the lowest hit points. So, good there. Green Warden Rourke increases ally defense in all battles by 30%. Knight of the Vines, passive, but you can make that every turn instead of having to cooldown. Whenever an ally loses 10% or more of their hit points from a single hit, places a shield buff. So that's ridiculous. That's pretty good. Places a taunt, bookable down 4 turns. Places a taunt, 60% increased defense buff, and a 25% strengthen on the champion for 2 turns. Wait. Places a taunt buff? That's weird. That's the gesture thing. I think that causes enemies to attack them. We'll look more into that. So 4 turns, bookable down to 3, attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance when booked, placed a 50% decrease attack debuff, also steals all continuous heal buffs from enemies, and this effect cannot be resisted. So that's pretty cool there. Sword of the Glades, attacks one enemy, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target, heals this champion 5% of their max HP for each debuff transferred. That's good for Hydra and things of that nature where they're giving you all the debuffs. He's like, nah, take them back. And then Ging Galkabar. So where he's at. Bramble Shaman. Passive. Whenever an enemy under a poison debuff attacks an ally with a shield, instantly activates a poison debuff. Also instantly activates a continuous heal on the attacked ally. So keeps your allies very well healed. 5 turns bookable down to 3. Removes all debuffs from all allies. Places a 15% continuous heal buff for 1 turn on each ally for each debuff removed. And places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. Value is equal to 25% chance, 25% of this hit point champion's max HP. Vitrolic Thorns. 4 turns, bookable down to 3. Attacks all enemies. 80% chance, bookable up to 100 of removing all buffs. Places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns on each enemy for each buff removed. Also has an 80% chance of placing a block buffs debuff on all enemies. So definitely a powerful swing there and a way to strip the enemy and add a little extra pain. And then attacks one enemy, places a shield buff for 2 turns on the ally with lowest HP. The value of the shield is equal to 15% of the ally's max HP, and it's based on attack. So, pretty good round. They're obviously pushing Sylvan, but doesn't suck. And then let's see here. He's a Banner Lord, so the only non-Sylvan champ you got. You're guaranteed to be in it to win it. But cool deal, guys. Let's see where we're at with Clan. Yeah, Clan quests. Let's see here. Anything fun to pick up? Banner Lords is hard. 150 turns on Hydra Brutal is hard. Let's go to Expert. Ice Golem Speak? Yeah, I'll grab that one. Go ahead and punch this golem in the mouth. Good deal. All right, well, as I'm going and getting this, I wish everybody the best of luck this weekend. If you're going to be pulling, I recommend if you're going to be pulling any shards, you do the ancient shards. You might as well get the benefit. If you've been saving up, pretty good champion to get. And if you've not been saving up, don't worry about it. You know, save for the next big event. Looks like we'll have something coming up for the end of the month holiday. We typically do. Plarium is like, hey, it's Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So look forward to seeing what they come out with this time. But guys, I am the God who weeps, and right now I'm weeping because I ain't got no fucking coffee. You guys have a great rest of your morning. We'll see you soon. Take care.